I'd like to thank PowerSmart for going through and sending me this snowblower in exchange for an honest review. So this was really awesome and came in a good time. We got a little bit of snow here as you're about to see. I'm going to go through and do the full review here, and then at the end I'm going to show you how to go through and install and set it all up. So to start, this is how it is. It's an 80-volt battery, 6 Ah. So that's how long it lasts. So you're probably looking around 30-minute runtime, maybe a little more. I used it about 20 minutes and it seemed fine. This snow that I got was not real deep. It was maybe like 2 inches. So this was the best I could do for you. But overall, it ran really well. I didn't have any issues with it other than pushing it was a little tough because I'm also using one hand to record the footage. So keep that in mind. I'm using one hand to hold the phone and the other to push it. With two hands, I didn't really have too many problems. As long as you have a smooth driveway, you're not going to have any issues. If you have some bumps and ditches, then this might not be the one for you. But if you have a nice smooth area with not too many issues, you should be able to go through and run this. So the front does go through and turn, so you can go through and direct where you want the snow to blow. Mine's pretty angled, that way it doesn't throw it that far. And like I said, this snow was light, so I did get a little snow in the face. To start it, you just go through and push the button, and then you pull back on the triggers, and it'll go through and start. Here's what it sounds like. Because the snow was so light, I did get a little in the face blowing back at me. It was very hard turning everything while holding the phone, but I did go through and put the phone down and did some myself to see how it was, and it went pretty smoothly. Just takes a little getting used to, and they say this is good up to 6 inches, and it's going to go through and take about a half hour to go through and clean most driveways, and I can see that. It seems like it does work really well. Now, you're not going to want this as something for a huge area because it's batteries and batteries have limitations yet, but it's going to be great for personal use. You can also have a shovel here, which you're going to go through and remove the snow from time to time if it gets stuck. I didn't have any buildup at all, really. I'm just showing you how it's used. So you have this little shovel. You never want to ever put your hands in there. So this is what it looks like when I was done with the portion that I did. Like I said, it was only about 2 inches, so it wasn't a huge amount, but it did pretty well. And overall, before I go through and show it to you, I do recommend this. I think it's pretty powerful. The battery was awesome, and yeah, very impressed by it. I'd like to thank them for sending it. Let's do the install. Here's what it looks like in the box. It's well packaged, and props to them for that. Pretty heavy, but at the same time, the box wasn't too big. This is everything you get. And you do have 2 security keys by the battery, which I'll show you then. You have the shovel, as I mentioned, and then you have everything to go through and put it together. Overall, the install is not so bad, especially if you have your wife do it for you while you film. Makes it a lot easier. And we go through and we have this set up here, and we're just going to go and screw the frame in for the handle, and you have these pieces that go through and just screw on, so it's pretty simple. And we'll go through and put those on and fast forward here. Then we'll do it on the top as well. Once you get all of that set up, we're going to go through and put the auger on. And you're just going to go through and bolt it on both sides. Comes with all the tools you really need. When you're putting this on, it's important to know you need to put the handle on first. That's something that we missed. So we had to take them off and put the handle back on, and it screws underneath there. And that way you can turn it as you see there, and it snaps into place there. Once you get that all set, your security key showing you here. Then we want to go through and open up the area here. This is where you'll put the battery, and you can see the security key is already mounted there. You just take that out, and anytime you need to work inside of it and you don't want it to start running. We do get a second key, so you don't have to worry about that. You can put it away. And all you do is slide the battery in. You want to look under the battery where the holes are. and those will line up all with the metal inside. And then we'll go ahead and just slide it in. Clicks into place. Key's already in. You can hit the battery to see how charged the battery is, which is really nice. And then you just want to close the top at the end, and you are good to go. If you're interested with the PowerSmart, I do have a link down below for the best price, and I want to thank you so much for watching.